Alright, good morning. I'm Dave and welcome to Dave's Taste Buds. As you know, if you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm a big fan of cooking on cast iron. The trick is getting the pan ready to be cooked on. I went to a big box store the other day and grabbed a pan that I'm going to show you how to season. You can't just buy them at the store and bring them home and start to use them. Even though I bought this and it had a label on it that said pre-seasoned, the difference between this one and one that I've had for years is, not even comparable. So you do have to treat them even though it says they're pre-seasoned, because they're not that good. Little history of cast iron. It has been around forever. Ancient times, cast iron, as soon as they could make steel, cast iron became, a big deal. And I did read somewhere that the Pilgrims used cast iron cooking on the first Thanksgiving. Believe it, don't believe it, but coming from America's hometown, it's important to know. Cast iron, it's a big deal. So if you want to come, I just want to show you the quick difference between the two. So if you want to bring the camera closer, we'll get a real close look at how these are different. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get this coating on here that keeps the difference. If you see how black that is, it's shiny, looks slick as it is. This one that I just bought, kind of gray. It says it's pre-seasoned, but I mean it has some, slickness to it, but you're not just flipping an egg in this thing. So we're going to take a minute, and then I'm going to show you how to get this started. All right, let's check it out. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get this thing clean. So I've already taken care of this one. You just want to wash it down with hot soapy water and get it dry. So once you get it dry it with a towel. You're going to put oil on here. Oil and water don't mix, obviously, so you're going to have to make sure this thing is as dry as you can get it. So the second trick to doing that, once you have a towel dried, you're going to want to bring it to the stove. And you want to put it on a burner. And you want to blast it. And just get it nice and hot until it's absolutely dry. I'm not going to go through all that because the pan gets really hot, you won't be able to pick it up. But you're going to want to get this as dry as you possibly can. Dry, dry, dry. Next step, it's really easy. I mean, you hear the word season and you think, hey, are they talking about salt and pepper or, some kind of garlic powder? They are not. Seasoning is basically just getting a coat on it. You can use, a variety of different oils to do that. The best one you can use for that is grapeseed oil. It has a very low smoke point, which is what you want. You could do it if you don't want to go out and buy a whole thing of grape oil just to do like a pan this size. You can use olive oil, you can use vegetable oil, you can use any kind of oil, but if you want to get it done right and quick, you're going to want to use the grapeseed oil. So all you need is some grapeseed oil, clean dry paper towel, that in there. And you're going to want to use quite a bit. You want to make sure you get it nice and coated. Because the more you get it coated, quicker you get this process done. You almost want to get it to the point where the oil is almost going to just drip right out of it. Get the whole thing coated. You don't have to worry too much about the handle, but once that's done, you're going to want to get your stove preheated as high as your stove will get, or between 450, 550, something really, really hot. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just pop this into the oven. You're going to want to put it in your oven upside down. Drop it right in there upside down. Now it's going to drip, and it's at 500 degrees. So you're going to want to have something under it to catch the oil that's going to drip off. If you're using a big pan, you're going to want to put some aluminum foil, something that's going to cover the bottom, because you don't want this dripping onto your stove and then causing a big mess, so you don't want to do that. Now the only thing to do now is wait. You're going to want to do this, leave it in there for an hour at least. Get that thing coated, take it out, put it on the countertop, on something, obviously, or put it on your stovetop and let it cool down. And what you're going to do is do it again. And ideally you do this 3 or 4 times. You don't have to do it all at once. And it may be a little overkill, but the more you do it, the better it's going to be. And then eventually you're going to come up with a pan that looks like this. I've had this pan for years. I use it for just about everything. I used it in a pancake episode. I've used it in an omelet episode. I'm going to use it in all kinds of episodes. So this is important. get it good, get it right. That way you can avoid using Teflon. Any other non-slick stuff, all you need is pans like this. I have that small one now. I have the medium-sized one. I have this big, huge one. I have one that looks like a grill to cook steaks on. I have a skillet-looking one that's big and flat and rectangular. As long as you get them at the right place and you get them seasoned and you get them to where you want them to go, it's perfect. And another tip, to get them clean, I just use, no matter what I cook in them, I just use some hot soapy water. Don't scrub it, just get the stuff out of it. And then before you put this away to store it, I usually, you could use grapeseed oil because you already have it, but I'll grab the olive oil and I'll put a little olive oil in it and I'll wipe it around until it looks slick and smooth like this, and then I put it away. If you put it away dry, it could start to, some of the seasoning could come off and start to get a little bit sticky. So if you treat them right, they're the best thing you can get. So yeah, that being said, I just wanted to put down a really quick episode about how to get this done, because a lot of people, should be using this and they get a little bit scared and don't know how to do it. So now you know how to season a pan. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and now that you got the pan perfect, let's go cook something.